It's all good.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. Right before Freddie gets started, we just wanted to take a moment to thank our sponsor today, Oasis Senior Advisors. They made today's performance possible, so yes, thank you to them. And have you enjoyed our winter concert series? Yeah. All right, great. So we will definitely keep that in the future, yes. So I'm going to pass it over to Freddie. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. What are you talking winter? Where has the winter been? Shh, don't say it too loudly. I don't know. Some friends of mine want to go up north and go snowmobiling because we did it last year and I was like, there's no snow, let's go south. At least we'll enjoy something. Good afternoon and welcome. How many friends do I have here that I've hung out with in the past? Wow, a good portion of the crowd today. Hello, my dear. How is everybody? It is great to be here with you all. If you don't know me, my name is Freddie Marion. I'm a Holyoke boy, born and raised. I live right on the parade route, so I literally have beachfront property one day out of the year because it's on Beach Street. So if you're looking for a place to hang out, you can always come hang out with us. I've got 2 shows coming up in a couple of weeks over at the Majestic Theater with my buddy Dan Kane on Tuesday, February 7th. It's a Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock and one at 7 o'clock that night. We have some special guests that actually haven't been announced yet that they're going to be with us. The Singing Priests. Does anybody know of the Singing Priests? Yeah, they're coming down. And they're going to be dressed down and just relax. Nothing liturgical. We're just going to have a fun afternoon and do it all. Let's get the show started and have some fun because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Is it working? Not well enough. I'm going to stop that for a second because I was just checking when my dear friend was introducing me and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I've got enough volume going on here today. It's there. It's there. It's coming now, and I've got too much of... I turned myself off. We don't want to do that. All right, so this song that you're hearing right now, I'm not going to do anymore because I changed my mind. Once something starts and I don't get to do it, it's all good. As for the way you look at me, two in love can make it take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Trumpet player, I'm going to walk around while he's working. Good afternoon. I'm enjoying this weather. I took the dog to the dog park this morning and she just wants to run around. It's all good. I'm going to make it back over here and we'll see what happens. Now it's happening. Is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E's even more than anyone that you'll adore. And love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. You know that love was made for me and you. Oh my goodness. The band's gonna take it out. Not bad. All right. Thank you. I enjoy doing what I do, but I enjoy doing what you want me to do. I can stand up here all afternoon and do the songs that I like, but I truly want input from you folks. And if anybody wants to get up and dance, because I see some dancing friends of mine from days gone by, they're shaking their heads. No. You have to understand, my buddy Dan Kane and I would do ballroom dancing events, and I see some familiar faces in the crowd here. So that's a good thing. It's good times. Anybody have a favorite singer? You don't even have to give me a song. Sinatra? How can you go wrong with Sinatra? Who? Neil Diamond. Fred Marion. Okay, that works. Although my grandfather was Fred. I am Freddie eternally. I always will be. Let's think. If you do Frank, you can go down the road so many ways. We're doing so many different tunes in this upcoming show. Where is he? There's obvious that we'll hold on to for a little later on. But for now, let's go down this road. All right. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that baby you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But then why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well I've got you on my first dancer here on the dance floor. Yeah. Sacrifice anything. He needs a partner though. Sake of living near, in spite of the warning voice that comes in the night and repeats and it yells in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Why not use your mentality? Wake up, get up to reality. Cause each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. Because I've got you under my skin. Now this upcoming part of the song is my favorite part, but da 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 da. No, you got to get with me on this. Da 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 da. Or shave and a haircut. Good, you're old like I am. If you know that, 2 bits, yeah. Oh my gosh. There are a couple of places that I get the opportunity to play different assisted living and nursing facilities, and when they say, "Hey, who's coming in to entertain today?" they just go da 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 da. And they know who that means, because when I get to the point of a song where I think we've done enough of it and we want to move on to something else because we have so many wonderful songs in such a short period of time, I'm going to cut things short as we go along. Does anybody remember the movie that starred Ally McGraw and Ryan O'Neal? Wow, you guys were good. You got it quicker than I did. Do you remember what year it was? 70. You're very good. Close enough. Close enough for jazz. 1970. Great tune that was recorded by Andy Williams back in the day. Oh, yeah. You'll hear it this at the Majestic if you come join me. Grand piano and all. Where do I begin to tell the story of how great a love can be? The sweet love story that is older than the sea. The simple truth about the love she brings to me. Where do I start? Where the first hello she brought new meaning to this empty world of mine. There'll never be another love, another time. She came into my life and made the living fine. She fills my heart. She fills my heart with very special things, with angel songs and wild imaginings. She fills my soul with so much love that anywhere I go, I'm never lonely ever be lonely, I reach for her hand. She's always there. How long does it last? Can love be measured by the hours in the day? I have no answers now, but this much I can say. I know I need her till the stars all burn away, and she'll be there. Now this is the part that gets to the best part of the song, and I could just cut it out, but I don't think I'm gonna, because I really like this part of the song, but I gotta go back over here and start it up again. Go! How long does it last? Can love be measured by the hours in a day? I have no answers now, but this much I can say. I know I'll need her till the stars all burn away, and she'll be there. And damn. All right. Yeah. Can't forget that chick. Welcome back. We saved your seat for you. See, I don't pick on anybody, but when you're an easy target, I mean, it's like, oh, it's all good. So you guys said Neil Diamond. Any particular favorite song? All of them. I mean, that's the obvious go-to, Sweet Caroline. I mean, gosh. Which one? What else? Song Blue? I like Blue. There we go. Song Blue. We'll do a piece. This is one of those tunes that kind of goes on and on and on, but it's great. Let's see. I have pretty much anything, and we've had requests even before I got started today, so that's good. Start it for me. I need to go grab a pick. Make a song, sing aloud again, sing aloud again. Song sung blue, weeping like a willow. Song sung blue, sleeping on my pillow. Funny thing, but you can sing it with a cry in your voice. And before you know it, start to feel good. You certainly got no choice. Song sung blue, everybody knows one. Song sung blue, every garden grows one. Me and you are subject to the blues now and then. Do the blues and make a song, sing aloud again. Dun, 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 dun. I told you, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it a lot because there's so many great songs. Does anybody know that this floor is tilted? Okay, I'm just making sure I wasn't the only one. I haven't had anything yet to drink today. I don't, but I'm just like, when I was setting up the lighting, it was my giveaway. Any baseball fans here? Yeah. Okay, now the big question. Any Yankees fans here? Oh, shoot. Yeah, we are kind of close enough to the Connecticut border that you can go either way around here. So if you go to any baseball game anywhere and you go to the 7th inning stretch, you're going to hear the same song every game. And it's this one, and you can help me out. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the Red Sox. If they, hey, what can I say? It's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Now you go to any Red Sox game, during the 8th inning stretch, you're going to hear this song that was recorded by Neil Diamond. During COVID, it had a whole different way of doing it. You remember that? Oh my God, here we go. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, then spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? All right, it's hands time. Hands, don't touch hands. We can again, right? Reaching out, touching me, touching you. Yeah, I like the light. Here we go. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good. You're good. I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only 2. And when I hurt runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Help me out, here we go. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good, so good. You're good, real good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh Lord, no. Now relax. You don't have to put out any energy on this part of the song, because it's coming back. It's not over yet, but nothing yet. Are you ready? On your mark, get set. 3, 2, 1, go. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good, so good. You're good, real good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. All right. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good, so good. Not bad. Sweet Caroline, to believe they never would. And that's the end of that song. I didn't cut it short. That's one of those ones that you just have to go all the way through. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Neil Diamond has a new show on Broadway that actually previewed in, but did you see it? Oh. Did you just go? Was it fabulous? I'm like thinking, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with these few days that I'm going to take off, whether I want to go snowmobiling or if I want to go to New York or if I want to go down south, do something different. I don't know. I need to see that beautiful noise. Go to New York. I always go to New York. Whereabouts? Long Island? Yeah. I mean, my kids, when they were young, I used to take them into New York all the time. My 25-year-old, when she was 9 years old, one day we were driving into New York on a Sunday morning, and she goes, "Dad, I feel like I'm at home." 9 years old. I'm like, okay, it's good, it's good, it's good. Favorite singers. Let's think. Anybody a fan of Arnold George Dorsey? Yeah? Yeah, see, some people are in the know. Most people go, who? Engelbert Humperdinck. He was born Arnold George Dorsey, but he changed his name, and he's great. He had so many great tunes. Trying to pick one is difficult. This is a good one. This is another one of the ones that I can't cut short, though, because the big ending when it plays. Please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore. To waste our lives would be a sin. Release me and let me love again. I have found a new love, dear, and I will always wanna live. Her lips are warm while yours are cold. Release me, my darling, let me go. All right, I bring my background singers, lip sync. For I don't love you anymore. To waste my life would be a sin. So release me and let me love again. All right, big ending. Here we go. Please release me. Can you see? You'd be a fool to cling to me. To live a life would bring us pain. Release me and let me love again. Let me love. Yeah, thank you. He's great. He's great. So, Angie, by the way, did you mean to FaceTime me the other day? I didn't think so. Okay, so I've got lots of friends here in the room, and Angie, the other day my phone went off in my hand and it said, "Angie, FaceTime." I'm like, no, she wouldn't do that. She'd call me maybe, but she wouldn't FaceTime me, so I didn't pick up. It's all good. I'm always thinking of you too, my dear. It's always thinking of you. All right. That's part of my story. I mean, so I have all women in my life. I turned 60 last year, and I let my hair grow, and I got a tattoo. And of course, a tattoo at 60 years old, the first thing you have to do is go to Mom and say, "Guess what I'm getting for my birthday?" And she's like, "What?" And I said, "A tattoo." And she's like, "What?" I said, okay, you got to look at it. First, you have to understand, it's 3 G clefs music, 3 bass clefs. I have 3 daughters. I'm working on my 3rd wife. I had to wait for the church to believe I didn't know what I did the first 2 times I got married. And I got my 2nd annulment, so that we have clear sailing now. But there was too much going on last year, so we couldn't do it last year. But that didn't get it by Mom, so I said, but you have to understand, it also stands for the Holy Trinity. Mom is like, oh, okay. You gotta know your audience. You gotta know who you're talking to. Okay. When is the wedding? I don't know. Last year, my middle daughter, Rachel, got married back in May. And the wedding, they've been together for 7 years. The wedding was planned for a while, but with all of everything going on in the world, everything got a little crazy. So by the time the wedding came on May 22nd, she was 5 months pregnant at the time. They understand how that happened. And so walking her down the aisle at the wedding, we did a song that a friend of ours recorded a piano version of I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles, because that was the song that I used to sing to her all the time when she was little. But leaving the church, it was another Beatles song, Here Comes the Sun, literally, because she was having a boy. So we said, oh, that's kind of cute. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. Let's think, who else is great? Tom Jones. I have had the opportunity to see all these guys, except for Frank. I did never see Frank, sadly. But Engelbert, Tom Jones. When I got to see When I got to see Billy Joel in concert, he had so many hits that what he would do was throw out 2 song titles and let the audience decide which one they wanted to hear. We didn't even hear Just the Way You Are. And I mean, I think that's probably one of his biggest hits, but because of the vote of the audience. So if I were to throw out Tom Jones tunes, would we look at Delilah? Great song. I also am a huge fan of Green, Green Grass of Home. What? So a round of applause by Delilah. Kind of mediocre. I had a feeling that was going to go that way, and I didn't prepare Green, Green Grass. Green, Green Grass of Home? Okay, not much more, but a little bit more. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go find it. This is one of those tunes that I probably will not get all the way through, but it's a great tune. Yeah, we can. We have the technology. We can do anything today. But Tom Jones also recorded, now this is a double shot. It was done by Elvis also. So we're covering 2 bases in 1 shot. Got to do that whenever you can. I still have green. Okay, good. The old hometown is still singing. Here's a step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama and papa. And down the road I look, and there runs Mary. Hair golden lips, light shares its good touch, the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me on side, smiling sweetly. Yes, it's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Technology, we can change just like that. It's amazing. This is the one that you're going to sing along on. That's why I decided I had to go here. I saw the night that I passed by her window. I saw the flickering shadows of love on her blind. She was my woman. As she deceived me, I watched and went out of my mind. Here we go. My Delilah. Why, Delilah? like a slave that no man could free. At break of day, as that man drove away, I was waiting. I crossed the street to her house, she opened the door. She stood there laughing. I felt the knife in my hand, she laughed no more. All right. My love. Why, Delilah? So before they come and break down the door, forgive me, Delilah, I just couldn't take anymore. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. We got enough of it in. All right, let's think. Who else? Is anybody here French? French? Can you all sing in French? Sure you can. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Sonnez la mattina, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. In English, are you sleeping, brother? Why do we remember that stuff? I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but I remember that stuff that I learned in grade school, and it sticks with you, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, we got the French covered. Do I have anything by Lou Rawls? Yeah. Truly one of my favorite tunes that he did is not one that I'm going to do. But it really is. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Anything chocolate. I don't care what it is. And if it's a chocolate factory, I'm in line. I'm a chocoholic. Anybody else here a chocoholic like I am? Yeah. Yeah, oh my God. When it comes to candies, I'm not like a sweet, tart, starbursty, fruity kind of candy. Just give me chocolate. I really don't care what. As long as there's no coffee involved in it, because I never picked up that habit. I have a tendency to talk too much when I'm doing these shows, but Lou Rawls did it like this. This is not that song that's my favorite tune that he did, but this is a good one. We'll do a piece. I don't know if my voice is too awake yet. Should have been talking through all that and killing time, right? You'll never find, as long as you live, someone who loves you like I do. You'll never find the rhythm, the rhyme, all the magic we shared, just us two. Oh, I'm not bragging on myself, baby, but I'm the one who loves you, and there is no one else. No one. Is that enough, or do I keep going? I gotta keep going. You'll never find. It'll take the end of all time, someone to understand you like I do. You'll never find the rhythm, the rhyme, all the magic we shared, just us two. Trying to make you stay, baby, but I know somehow, someday, someway, you're gonna miss my love, man. right, don't you start that on me yet. Oh, yeah. It's a great song. It is great. It is good. So the Lou Rawls, that whole disco-esque type of feel. I have some friends here that know me as my alter ego, because for 30 plus years I've been singing with a band called the All-Star Dynamite Disco Review. Yeah, oh my God. Wow, I thought that part of my life is sort of behind me, because they're still working occasionally, but we've had the opportunity to work with all of the acts, like the Village People, if we felt like doing the YMCA. I've had the opportunity to work with Casey and the Sunshine Band. I got to be good friends with Denny Terrio from Dance Fever back in the day. Great fun, great music, but we're not going there right now. That was as close as I think we're gonna get with that. I just started something. Any Italians in the house? Of course, Angie's in the back. I gotta go there, right? No, here we go. Dean Martin, you can't skip the guy, right? I mean, he's one of the voices. This is one of those ones where you kind of have to sway back and forth. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's a motive. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's a motive. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-ling. Come on out here. Ning and they'll sing Vita Bella. Couple number one. Hearts will play dippy-dippy-day, dippy-dippy-day like a gator. I want to know which one is leading. When the stars make you drool. I had a feeling about you when I first got here. That's a motive. When you dance down the street with the clouds at your feet, you're in love. There they go, you should have been over here. When you walk in the dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusami, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. We all know where it's gonna go right now. It's gonna do the whole thing over again. Do I do that? Yeah, there's so many great songs. She's done with the dance. It's all good. And I feel bad for a couple over here that they were actually dancing too. Thank you for doing that. Pardon? They're chicken? Oh no, that's all good. No, they're not. They got up. That's a good thing. Just the fact that they got up. Yeah, absolutely. Who else? Any other favorite entertainers, singers? Kenny. Who? Ella. Oh, don't look at me. If my daughter Lauren were with me, she absolutely, to the point that her her name is Ella. Tony, we can totally cover Tony. Sam Cooke. Sam is great. Kenny was over here. Who? Neil Diamond. We did a double shot of Neil. Kenny, Elvis, we can definitely do. Okay, so let me back up over here. This past summer, this floor, everyone said, these boots, I'm just feeling like I'm going tipping as I feel like I'm on a cruise ship and it's just waning to the side, just a little bit. All right, Kenny Rogers. I did a show at the Majestic Theater this past summer. The whole thing was a tribute to Kenny, because back on March 20th of 2020, he passed away much too young. And he had 27 number one hits, the guy had. So for me to pick a particular Kenny Rogers tune, it's difficult. Click, but I'll grab my guitar. Let's think. I could pull that thing where I throw out the list again. If I were to say, Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town, or The Gambler, or Lucille. I gotta tell you the story about Lucille, okay? So, I did not get to the nationality yet that I am a quarter of. We will hit Polish in a little while. Anybody else hear Polish? Yay! Idź do domu spać. Means go home and go to bed. That's what my grandfather used to say anyways. What was I talking about? Okay, so at the beginning of COVID, Falls Provision, or the company that makes Blue Seal Kielbasa, had a flood. And it was a tragedy. You could not get Blue Seal Kielbasa anywhere. And my cousin was a nurse over at Bay State. And during COVID, starting on March 25th, I posted 550 videos in a row. 550 days, didn't miss a day, posted a new song every day. And if you're bored someday and look up Fred Marion on Facebook, you can find all 550 videos. And she asked me to do for the nurses over at Bay State, back when it was all getting going, Be Not Afraid. So that's what I posted for her. And her brother was the meat manager for Big Y. And so after posting it, I went out to my front door and found on my front step 2 Blue Seal kibasas. I was like, wow, it was like manna from heaven, you know? I mean, it showed up on my step. I had an Aunt Lucille, my Uncle Peter's wife, and she was this little bit of a thing. And they had like 7 or 8 kids, and she would just sit there in her chair smoking her cigarette and say, "Get over here so I can hit you." And they would, because they knew if they didn't, when Uncle Peter got home, they'd be in trouble. So in tying together my Aunt Lucille and everything that was going on in the world at that particular time, it just all comes to me like this. In a bar in Toledo, across from the depot, on a bar stool she took all the ring. I thought I'd get closer, so I walked on over. I sat down and asked her name. When the drinks finally hit her, she said, "I'm no quitter, but I finally quit living on dreams. I'm hungry for laughter and hereafter. I'm after whatever the other life brings." In the mirror I saw him, and I closely watched him. I thought how she made him look small. He came to the woman who sat there beside him, and unbeaten doors. Big hands were calloused, he looked like a mountain. For a minute I thought I was dead, but he started shaking, his big heart was breaking. He turned to the woman. Now this is where it all winds up. "You picked a fine time to leave me, Blue Seal. No more kibasa. I was really upset." That's enough. All of that just to get to that one line in the song. I do that sometimes. I just think like that. All right. Kenny, at the height of his career, was a big fan of Lionel Richie. And so he reached out to Lionel and he said, "You know, Lionel, would you write a song for me, because I'm going to be recording an album and I'd like to do a piece of your music?" And Lionel said, "Kenny, I would love to, but I'm really kind of busy right now." And so Kenny said, "Well, it's too bad, because this new album that I'm putting out is my greatest hits album, and it's guaranteed to sell at least 4 or 5 million copies." So Lionel said, "How about Saturday night at 7:30? And so that's what happened. They were playing in Vegas at the same time, and in Kenny's dressing room, they had a piano, this little honky-tonk piano in there, and Lionel showed up and sat down at the piano, and he says, "You know, I'm working on this tune that I presented to the Commodores, but they shot it down." And Kenny's like, "Well, that's a real great way to sell a song, if you think you're trying to get these other people to do it and they don't want it." But he sat at the piano. In Lionel's head, he had a way he was going to do it, but he noticed that when Kenny was talking about his wife, he always called her lady. So in Lionel's head, the song was called Baby, but he sat down at the piano and he goes, "Lady, dee 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 dee," because he did not write any words for it yet. He literally was just going, "Nee, nee, 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 nee." So Kenny said, "I like that tune, let's finish it, let's write it, and we'll go." So they went into the recording studio, and while they're in there, Kenny's in the booth recording the tune, and he's looking at the lyric sheet, and there's no second verse. And so they had to stop the recording, and he's like, "Where's Lionel? Where's the second verse?" They said, "He's in the bathroom. He does his best work in there." So Lionel came out with the second lyric of Tune for Lady, and truly it worked out to be Kenny's biggest hit of all time. I mean, it really is my favorite, and yeah, we can do a piece of it anyways. It's hard to stop this one. Lady, I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you. You have made me what I am, and I am yours. My love, there's so many ways I want to say I love you. Let me hold you in my arms forevermore. You have gone and made me such a fool. I'm so lost in your love, and oh, we belong together. Won't you believe in my soul? Lady, for so many years I thought I'd never find you. You have come into my life and made me whole. Forever, let me wake to see you each and every morning. Let me hear you whisper softly in my ear. In my eyes, I see no one else but you. There's no other love like our love. And yes, oh yes, I'll always want you near me. Waited for you for so long. Lady, your love's the only love I need. And beside me is where I want you to be. 'Cause my love, there's something I want you to know. You're the love of my life. You're my lady. It's a great tune. I like that one. I like that one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't like slowing it down too much though, because it kind of just puts a whole different feel on the room. I have to say something. Music, singing, entertaining like this is my passion. It's my heart. It's what I do. It's what I love. I mean, I do it all the time. Thank God. I don't dance. You don't want to see me dance. And I have to say something. The two of you, when I've seen you on the dance floor in the past, it's pure grace. Absolutely. To see somebody that really knows how to do it well. I should have said that little spiel just before I sang that song, because that would have been a perfect tune for the two of you to get up to. But yeah, no, they really are great. And then I have some other friends that do some other form of dance, a totally different thing. When I get to do shows at the Majestic, I, during the summer, hosted an open mic talent kind of what do we call it? West Springfield's Got Talent kind of a thing or something like that. And some friends of mine here got up and did that was fun. The dancing that we did then was also fun. Who else do we have? We talked about do YMCA. Are you ready for that? Yeah. I got more fun. Well, okay, before I do YMCA, I'm going to do another one. Tuesday, my mother taught at Blessed Sacrament School in Holyoke forever. And my youngest daughter was working in the preschool there, and my second ex-wife was the secretary in the primary building, and my former mother-in-law was the lunch lady, and I was the president of the parent-teacher group at the school. We were pretty entrenched at Blessed Sacrament School, I have to say. And it couldn't have been a better place because we had so much fun. But Tuesday, I get to go back and do something that I love to do, and that is to go with my little guitar and my stuff and go sing for the 3- and 4-year-old preschoolers and the kindergartners. And it's funny that some of the songs that we do translate to the crowd that we have here today. We can do the same music. Like, does anybody remember the movie The Wizard of Oz? Of course, everybody remembers The Wizard of Oz. If you've heard me say this before, don't tell me. But does anybody here truly, in their mind, know what the first words that the Tin Man said in The Wizard of Oz was? What was it? Close enough for jazz. Oil can. Oil can. Yeah, because he had been standing out there in the forest with that axe for God knows how long, and he had not moved. And that's sort of what happens to us when we sit around for too long. All of our parts get a little bit, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, I was involved in a car accident years ago, and the only part that got messed up was my neck. And I need to work my neck every day, or otherwise it just kind of locks up on me. So this is one of those tunes that kind of give us what I like to call armchair calisthenics. You don't have to stand up to actually put any effort into it. We just kind of get to move our parts and see if we know what we're doing. You know it. We can all do it together. The little ones love this. Oh my God. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really... I have no idea who recorded this song. I just like it. Clap your hands. All right. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. All right. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. Just kind of roll it around and loosen everything up. Your shoulders, your neck. Oh my God, that feels good. Really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, nod your head. All right, here we go. If you're happy and you know it, flap your wings. Chicken dance. We're going to get out of here one way or the other. Flap your wings. We're going to head south. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, flap your wings. All right. If you're happy and you know it, honk your nose. Honk. I want to hear the honk. I can close my eyes. I want to know if there are Canadian geese flying by when you do that. But really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, honk your nose. All right, honk. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray. If you're happy and you know it, say amen. If you're happy and you know it, say amen. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, that's the end of that song. Not the show, just that's the end of that song. And I like that. It's good music. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's your favorite? For your grandson? Perfect. Bring him to Blessed Sacrament. Let him hang out with me that day. Tuesday morning, 8:30. I'll be there. Years ago, my grandfather used... I had a great relationship with my grandfather. He was the woodworker. He had a shop in his basement, and he used to make all this amazing stuff. And we would go down and do things, my sister and I, and he would give us a piece to work on. Like we would carve this little elephant, and he'd give us the wood and the sandpaper and say, sand. And we'd go up to him like an hour later and we'd say, is that good enough? And he'd say, no, you gotta keep sanding. We could go for days and we'd keep sanding. Remember? No. But he had ways to keep us occupied. Well, he took me to the Polish American Club in Feeding Hills back in, I'm gonna have to say it was probably in the 70s, to see the Polish Prince, nobody other than Bobby Vinton. I got to see him actually in concert. And so with him in mind, and we can go down that road, we'll see how your Polish is today. We'll work on it. I'm looking for a place to go so I can be all alone from thoughts and memories, so that when the music plays I don't go back to the days when love was you and me. Oh, moja droga, ja cię kocham, means that I love you so. If you can't speak in Polish, try French. La 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 la. That's the French version. My melody of love. La 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 la. My melody of love. Return to me and always be my melody of love. I could keep going with that all day long, but if I do, we're never going to get anywhere on that songs. Oh my gosh. So I do remember hearing Elvis over on that side. When I first walked into the room, they said, do you do any 50s? Right, see, I did not forget. It gets like put there in the filing cabinet, and sometimes I just never open that file. This time it actually happened. Yesterday, where was I? I was at Linda Manor Extended Care up in Leeds, and we had a 60s party where, I mean, all of the staff was all dressed in bell-bottoms and craziness, and I even went out 2 days before the show. I said to myself, I really need something to wear to this. So I ordered a tie-dye t-shirt on Amazon. The next day it was delivered to my house. You cannot do that anywhere else. I mean, I don't like shopping online like that all the time. I like to support the stores, but when you need it like that, you gotta do what you gotta do. So it got delivered. What the 60s have to do with anything, I don't know, because I'm not really going down that road. Let me think. Elvis, 50s, other 50s. Okay. So I understand that today we're supposed to go from 12:45 to 1:45. Are we locked into time? No. Because I tend to, I don't know if the timing of recording is going to mess anybody up or anything like that. Okay. Because I tend to be a little long-winded, as you can tell. And that's part of the show. I think one of my favorite things, last year, I had the opportunity in 1 year to see Don McLean, the guy who did American Pie. That album came out 52 years ago. I got to see Elton John. I got to see Paul McCartney. I got to see Earth, Wind and Fire, who I'm friends with. And also, I got to see the guy who recorded this song, or wrote this song. Before I go there, I should hold this towards the end because this would be good to wrap things up with, but I'm not gonna. We'll find other things to wrap things up with. He wrote, do you remember, guitar pick. Do you remember the song? I am stuck on a Band-Aid and a Band-Aid stuck on me. I am stuck on a Band-Aid and a Band-Aid stuck on me. Remember that? Okay, what about get a bucket of chicken finger licking good, have a fair run of fun, goodbye ho hum, get Kentucky Fried Chicken, and have a barrel of fun. He wrote that song. He also wrote Like a Good Neighbor. He made more money from that. That is still getting airplay. Eat Your Heart Out, Paul McCartney. He also wrote, You deserve a break today, so get up and get away to McDonald's. The one song he did not write was the song that he said that he wrote all the songs. He didn't write all the songs. This was written by one of the Beach Boys. Barry Manilow I saw last year. I've been alive forever, and I wrote the very first song. I put the words in the melodies together. I'm music, and I write the songs. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs, I write the songs. My home lies deep within you, and I got my own place in your soul. Now when I look out through your eyes, I'm young again, even though I'm getting old. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs, I write the songs. I love the rest of that song. It is a great tune. It really is. If anybody's looking for something for dinner tonight, you can come to Via Appia up on Boston Road in Springfield. It used to be the old Michael's Pasta in a Pan, I think, once upon a time. I'm there tonight from 6 to 9, and then I'll finish that song for you. If you really love that song, just tell me that you're there to hear the rest of it, and I will do it. The other place, tomorrow night, I will be at the Delaney House at the Mick. You missed me last night with my daughter. We were at MGM Casino last night. We were there New Year's Eve. We were there Christmas night. We kind of hang out at MGM all the time. And I go there to make money. I don't give it back to them. No. 50s, let's think. It's interesting how a lot of the lyrics in the 50s were lyrics that just didn't make sense. What the heck does shoo-doo, shooby-doo? What does that mean? I don't know, but it's a great song, right? Here we go. In the still of the night, I held you, held you tight, 'cause I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go in the still of the night. In the still of the night. song. I'm sorry. It's great. Okay, so Norm Provost, the guy that owned Jerry's Music Shop in Holyoke, used to be in Holyoke on Main Street, moved to South Hadley. He was good friends with a guy by the name of Herb Reed. Does anybody know who that was? Oh, you're good. The Platters, right. I got to be friends with Herb when I was a young guy, way back when. So I've always been a huge fan of the Platters. And I was doing a private party at Cedar Knob Country Club over in Somers, Connecticut. And it was for Halloween, and I brought in my smoke machine. And I decided before the event started, I would just test it to make sure it was going to work. I did not see the smoke detectors, and we literally had to wait for the fire department to get there. We had to start the party a half an hour late because of me wanting to just sing this particular song with a smoke machine. That's what it was about. I mean, oh my God, one of my favorite tunes they did, without a doubt. They asked me how I knew my true love was true. Well, I of course replied, something here inside cannot be denied. They said someday you'll find all who love are blind. Whoa, when your heart's on fire, you must realize smoke gets in your eyes. Do I keep going or do I cut this one short? Keep it going? Yeah, I agree. This is a great line. So I chaffed them and I gaily left to think they could doubt my love. Yet today my love has flown away. I am without now, laughing friends deride tears I cannot hide. Whoa, so I smile and say, when a lovely flame dies, smoke gets in your eyes. Smoke gets in your eyes. Love that song. Oh my gosh. Thank you. There's not enough time in an hour. There really is not enough time in an hour. So come to the Majestic. Hang out with me. It's going to be at least 2.5. I know myself, because I don't cut it short when I'm over there. And on top of the fact, I'm going to have singing priests. You know, that in itself is worth the price of admission. To see these guys do their thing, they have fun. Oh my gosh. When? Tuesday, February 7th, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and 7 o'clock at night, for those that are willing to drive at night. I understand. So, you know, the 2 o'clock show is doing great. 7 o'clock show is doing great. We're going to have fun. Okay, 16 years old. Elvis died when I was 16. I got a phone call, or should I say my dad got a phone call from Joey Canada, who used to have a group, Joey Canada and the Victorians. He said to my dad, I hear Freddie sang an Elvis song in the minstrel show at St. Teresa's Church in South Hadley. Would he be willing to come do an Elvis show with us? 16 years old, the first one we did was at Wyckoff. We used to play the Hookie Loud for Johnny all the time. We did the Springfield Civic Center. I bust my buddy Ray Gilmette because I said, I was doing him before you were. He's a good friend of mine, and we still talk about it all the time. His wife doesn't like the fact that I bring it up, but yeah, Ray and I are cool about it. He had so many great songs. Can't help falling in love. That one, yeah, that's a great song. We can do that. You know what my favorite? I have to throw it out there. Elvis always ended his show with it, and I was doing this at a club just pre-COVID. And there was a young guy in the audience that started yelling at me in the middle of the song and said, "How dare you sing that song? That's the national anthem of the South." And I'm like, the last time I checked, the South was still part of the United States. I said, as a country, there are parts of our history that we're not proud of. I said, but they're our history. And we learn from our history, and we go on from there, and, right? You know, I mean, you have to, so, hold on. It's such a great tune. Oh, I wish I was in the land of Canaan. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixie. Dixieland, that's where I was born. Early Lord, one frosty morning, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Glory, glory, hallelujah. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy's bound to die. But oh, my trials will soon be We're almost there. This one I'm not cutting short. Glory, glory, hallelujah. He's true. I could literally stand up here for another Who Goes Another. Frank Sinatra. Gotta, right? For my New Yorkers over here. So, isn't that like, oh my God, your heart just wants to go, ugh. My daughter does this also. I have 3 daughters that I mentioned earlier. My 37-year-old plays with me often, but we tend to make more money when we work alone. So she goes and does her gig, and I go do my gig, and we compare notes later on and see who made more in tips. It works out great. We have fun. Wednesday, she was playing up at Rockridge, up in Northampton, and in a lockdown unit, in a dementia unit. And music touches a different part of your brain. My grandfather, who I spoke of earlier, had had a stroke and didn't speak, but he could sing and he could say his prayers. There were 2 things that are tapping into a different part of our thought process. And it's something that lives on with us, even though we don't necessarily visualize things the same. It stays with you. So my daughter is up there playing, and there's a woman that lives up there, Shirley. She's from New York. Her favorite song is New York, New York. And when my daughter got there, Shirley was in bed. She wasn't feeling well. And so my daughter went through her hour, and at the end of it, she said, you know what? I'm gonna do that song just to see what happens. Well, doesn't Shirley get up out of bed and come out and start kicking, doing her rockette thing? She felt lousy. But music has a way to lift your spirits. And if I've done a little bit of that for you folks today, I hope that's what we did. Let's go, right? Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Wait. If anybody really wants to do the rockette kicks and doesn't want to stand up, there are chairs that are right here that you can actually sit down so you don't actually fall over. I was wondering what these chairs were for. They're for our rockettes. Okay, let's get it going. You guys could do it for real. I know you. Yes, they can. Oh, come on. Totally embarrass yourself. I've been doing it all afternoon. That's what life is about. Life is too short to be embarrassed. When you wake up in the morning, happiness is a decision. On a cloudy day, it's not easy to find it. On a sunny day, it's pretty easy. But it's on the inside. Just find it in there and just have fun with it and kick if you want to kick. And just, let's take a road trip. New York, here we go. I skipped Tony Bennett. He'll be in Via Appia tonight. Oh my gosh. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Yeah, I knew it. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are bounding away. I'll make a brand new start of it. In old New York, if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York. I don't trust myself, New York. I'm gonna do it this way. I don't want to fall. I got a long day ahead of me still. Are you ready? Here we go. New York, New York. I wanna wake up anywhere wake up, it's a good day. And find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, they'll never be away. Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York, New York. Yeah, all right. For all of our country fans, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans, take it home. Yeah. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Yeah. Happy trails. You leave your horse tied up outside, do you? Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny wind. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Stay well, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. God bless, and I'll see all of you again soon. Thank you so much. That was fun.